yes, those who are not in any of these criteria, but are in fact in very difficult straits, either in interim rental housing or not even in interim rental housing, they of course must be supported. They of course must be supported. Second, to take up the much broader point, about whether we are taking over the role of the family, whether we're eroding the role of the family, I think we've got to avoid thinking about it in zero-sum game terms, where it is either the family or government and community helping out. In reality, there is in fact some tension between that. And it's, if you have too easy a form of government support or community support, it can in fact over time weaken the family. But in reality, you very often find an interaction between the two. There are ways in which personal and collective responsibility reinforce each other. I've had some years working on the ground, many years working on the ground, and one of the very heartwarming things about Singaporeans is that they will often rise to help themselves more when they receive help from you. When they know that there's a group of people, government and in community, who are helping them, they will rise to the occasion and help themselves more. Go for training, stay on the job. And it has to be face to face. It's us interacting as people on the ground, They know us, we see each other. Singaporeans have a sense of responsibility and obligation, and sometimes it helps that you're providing more help to them because they rise up to it. So it's not that the help is at the expense of them exercising their own effort. There's an interaction between these things, and that's very important. Likewise, when people all play their role, when people who are being helped put in some extra effort, looking after the family, staying on the job, and so on, it also helps to sustain collective support. It helps to sustain community support. It's very hard to sustain that spirit of community support if those who are receiving help don't play their part. But in reality, these things interact. Those who receive help tend to rise up to their responsibilities, and they feel grateful, and they want to show that they can improve their lives. And that in turn encourages people to help out more. And the government is just part of that collective support mechanism. So think of it in terms of how we can reinforce personal responsibility with collective support, government as well as other forms of community support. I think there's a very valuable space in real life where those two things interact and reinforce each other.